Hey everybody, Wednesday night stream, possibly the only one this week, we'll have to see. I hope it won't be though. Hi, Deborah Bucks, the trophy hunter. Playing some Hellblade tonight. Now, I should have had this platinum trophy already. But no, the game decided I was not allowed to have it yet. Because I talked about this in my weekly trophy update. You see, this is what I've found interesting. You're not the first person to tell me that. And I had heard constantly from all the reviews and stuff out there that this was like some amazing, groundbreaking game. That it wasn't flawless by any means, or game of the year necessarily, but that it was great and that it was beloved by so many people. Yet I've issued some complaints about it on Twitter, and most people seem to agree with me. Or a number of people, maybe not most, but a number of people have agreed with me. So basically what happened, one of the things I hated about this game is that one of the lore stones glitched on me. You can see the red one from Chapter 10. I followed the guide exactly. I re-picked up one after dying, or picked up two actually after dying. And apparently one of them still didn't count for some reason. So because of that, I'm having to replay the entire game because the developers didn't put in a chapter select. But I have found out that there are a lot fewer people that like this game than the reviews seem to make it out to be. So I'm actually looking at a guide on my phone as well of the collectible locations. Because apparently you're supposed to really go after the collectibles, all of them again, even though I know where I missed one. Because apparently the symbols change a little bit or something. So I don't really want to take any risks and have to play the game a third time. Because I really didn't like this game. I don't think it's anything good or special. It's a game that had potential. I'm going to say that for sure. It definitely had potential. It could have been awesome. Or it could have been good, at least. But it just flounders in basically every way. Like, the gameplay is really uninteresting. It's slow, it's tedious. It's just not really fun. And it's certainly not anything too special. I mean, I know it's loved for its willingness to talk mental health and such. And I applaud them for being willing to do so. Because that's cool, you know, not a lot of games are going to talk stuff like that. So, I give them some credit for that. But that being said, the gameplay, again, is nothing special. And I wouldn't even say is all that good, overall. And along with that, the combat is horrendous. Like, it's slow, it's badly designed, it's just clunky, it's not good. The combat is just horrible. So I really just don't understand what all the love of this game is. And like I said, a lot of people, a surprising number of people, actually seem to agree with me. That it's not really anything that special. Not overly popular like people were, like I sort of expected it to be. And I thought it was going to be a better game than it is, as well. Now, it's not a hard platinum. Let me guess, combat? Yep, this looks like a combat arena. Well, is it? It has that design of one, but... Ah, yep, I thought so. Oh, you're working on Goosebumps. I remember. I did that a long time ago. Is it just me, or does, like, the game almost keep, like, lagging and messing up my voice a little bit? Or I don't know if that's my stream, or if it's the game. But yeah, I mean, the combat is just so boring, clunky, badly designed. It's nothing fun at all. I've never played that Heavenly Sword. Okay, that was easy enough. The good thing is, now I know how the combat works, so I'll be able to play through the game faster than I did my first time. Now that I understand how the combat actually functions. Oh boy, a symbol door. Like, literally all the puzzles in this game. Okay, where... I know I have to get up to that upper ledge.
Show me what you have seen, truth.
Ah, yep, there we go. Not a big fan of this design of puzzles. It gets a little confusing at times and just gets to... It's more annoying than it is anything special. I'm not entirely sure how long I'm going to be streaming tonight, because me and some other people might be going to work on the co-op in Uncharted 2. Because we've been working on that. We've been working on Uncharted 2 for the last week, and the boosting's actually going quite well. We've had a couple sessions missed by people, myself included in that. And the main issues we're running into just comes from the servers being awful. Because, like, Waves and my alt, like, both Waves and my alt constantly get disconnected for, like, no reason. Sometimes, like, last night as well, it took forever to get everyone into to be able to connect to one another, because I'm one of the two party leaders. Me and Snickle are the two leaders. We're the ones that have to search the parties. And we keep running into issues with it. Just because the game, like, it took forever to get into the server together and make that even function. And even when it did, and we tried to find each other in a match, we'd actually find each other. We kept finding each other, our two groups of 5. And the game would, you know, say finding player, found player, all that kind of stuff. But then every time it would just boot one of the teams out, no matter what we did. It was not a good experience last night, so we didn't end up making any progress on the multiplayer last night. We did make progress though on the single player, the co-op, I mean. Because at this point I've actually got most of the co-op done. Like, all we have left in co-op, we finished the Wave 10 trophies. Got all those first try. We finished... what else did we get through? We finished all the maps, all 3 of the co-op maps on hard. Hard is actually not bad in that game. Like, doing the maps on hard, we got all of them within 2 tries. Usually first try a little bit of a strategy, just figuring out a strategy to it. And then actually, you know, knowing what we're doing.
Like Senua. Those who make it back.
Okay, so let me look back at this video real quick to see where the next collectible is. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. It's interesting with this game because, like, the first 3 chapters are really, really long. And then, like, 4 through 9 are all super short. And then 10 and 11 are also kind of long just because of the fights in them. Well, 10's actually exceptionally long and horribly obnoxious. So you've done, yeah, Super Destronaut, I have that. Jack and Jill have that. My Name is Mayo, that's a classic. The game that, one of the games that kicked off the Easy Trophy revolution, I guess you could call it. But yeah, we'll see exactly how long I can stream tonight. Depends on if we decide to finish off the co-op tonight because, well, try to finish off the co-op. Because all we have left to do in 3-player stuff is 2 of the maps on Crushing. Much easier said than done, though.
The Northmen say that
Okay, got that one. Like I said, we're re-getting all of them because players have reported the game glitching and not counting sometimes if you don't re-get all of them on a replay.
the salt sea. They set his skull
Now, all this stuff could have been alleviated if one of 2 things were done.
for clouds.
The developers either could have
Sparks flying
made sure the thing was functional
and to protect the new world from
and not glitch out on people,
years of curving mind.
despite picking it up a second time after dying. So they could have either made the game functional, or at the very least, a chapter select. Am I supposed to go through this, possibly?
What's happening? She can get up now. She can get up. Must be
I can get up what?
a trick.
Oh, that staircase, right, okay.
How can she get up?
Sort of forgot this puzzle. I did this one a while back in the earlier part of the game. So they either could have made the game functional,
It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it.
or they could have had a chapter select.
It's magic. It's an illusion.
If they had a chapter select, then I easily would have been done already. Because that wouldn't have been a problem, you know, just replay the first part of chapter 10. Wouldn't take too long, be done. I have not played God of War 2018 yet. It's high up in my Gamefly queue. I could potentially get it like next, or as one of my next platinums. At least one of my next Gamefly games, I don't know. It's not a short platinum, so I know it's like a 4 out of 10, but it's like 30 to 50 hours, so it'll take a little bit of time, so I wanted to get it on Gamefly, but I'm thinking more and more I might just buy it when it gets cheap. I mean, I know it's already cheap, but when it's on sale. And just hold on to it because it is going to be a longer game. Might be a better use of resources.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night.
Alright,
Be it were that simple.
lag.
The worst kind comes without warning. Deep, I will signal from within.
Phone message.
A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat,
Alright, let's keep going.
it doesn't mean that.
So yeah, those were the things they could have done. Is this going to be combat? This looks like a minor... No, actually it's not. Had a bit of a combat look. Oh, this is combat. This is definitely combat. And I will give him another thing. The graphics are pretty good. Yep, hit me basically in a cutscene, because logic. Oh, are you not dead yet? Oh yeah, I just made another Fallout recipe today, so that video will be coming out this weekend. I'm getting one vlog video up a week, so those will be done in a few weeks. Or maybe even faster, depending on exactly what our boosting schedule looks like, because I don't know yet if there are going to be any streams, at least any drunk streams, like drunk night streams at all this weekend. Because, you know, we're working our way through Uncharted 2, and it's taken a while, you know? It's not a quick 100%. It's actually not that hard. Huh, I got up here a different way than the video shows. It's interesting.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice.
How many are there in this chapter?
The Northmen say you
1, 2, 3, 5. So 2 more.
They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin.
You know, like I said, I'm just making sure, double checking all of these to make sure I get all of them again.
From the world tree. And he
And I again find it interesting how like the first 3 chapters are really kind of long, and then the remaining chapters like 4 through 9 are pretty short. Even 11's not that long.
And at last, he saw the runes.
10's pretty long though.
He gave a cry and gathered them. In
Yeah, Red Dead 2, I'm getting close.
Then he felt.
I'm level 31 out of 50. I could get the bear attacks done in about 5 minutes, but I'm saving that for last so I can make sure to catch it on video. And that'll be a longer video because it's going to be platinum number 400.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything?
Either that or Fallout 76 will be number 400.
Loved ones.
Haven't really decided yet because I think Fallout 76 is going to have some kind of double XP event this week. Or like for the next 5 days or something. I need to look into that because if that's true, then I'm going to be setting aside Red Dead for a few days to play Fallout 76.
Land and loved ones into strangers.
Just because, you know, I want to grind that out a little bit.
Sense when you realize.
Okay, let's see where the next one is. There's one more on this chapter.
Wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So
Okay, so it's after a bit of a cinematic area.
he drank from the well and traded one way
And
of
straight through, up, through gate, over bridge. I'll look at that again when we get closer to it because that's a long one. Sonic the Fighters, that might be the 100% I did a long time ago. So I only have 1 or 2 games from the Sonic series done and no platinums. I so need to start streaming like Nintendo games and stuff though. Just because I was kind of struggling to find something I wanted to stream today. So probably at some point in the future I want to do some Nintendo game streaming. Just for something a little bit different that's fun. Now, a lot of those games are more fun with multiple people. And I have no friends here. Alright, here we go. Making a little progress. That co-op stream I did with Lizard Guy, like, almost a month ago now. That was so much fun. Like, we went for like 5.5 hours on stream, which is like the longest stream I've ever done. But it was so much fun. Because we played just a bunch of random co-op or multiplayer games, and it was hilarious. About half of it was us attempting to play Overcooked, and failing miserably on numerous occasions.
She went to the wilds along.
Okay, so you're gonna run through here, through the gate,
She thought she could beat her own. Did she?
through a doorway.
No.
Gonna open up another area.
She tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd
She'd
be
be
dead.
dead. She can't beat her own darkness.
Aha, I see where it is. Okay.
She wanted to marry Dillian.
Keep moving.
To beat her own darkness.
GoldenEye 007, I'm not entirely sure.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him.
I've played a few random James Bond games over the year.
She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped.
Alright, this was the correct place to go. This is our next lore stone. This would be number 9. It would be awesome if the trophy just like wanted to pop early because the symbols change a little bit over playthroughs.
Northmen say that Odin has
That'd be cool if the game wanted to do that and I didn't have to play through the whole thing again.
memory.
Be greatly appreciative of that, because there are some very annoying parts still to come. There's areas where you have to run away from the fire that's coming.
Tell him everything they have seen and heard. In this way, he learns of things.
Okay, let's open that up.
For this reason, he is called.
Okay, what was up here? I'm sure that this is here for a reason.
Wisdom through thought and memory. If you are to succeed in the quest.
Oh, wait, I bet that I have to change that back first. The puzzles are usually pretty simple in the game. They aren't interesting. Not interesting enough to be worth really mentioning. Alright, so we should be able to look back through this and change that back. Got a notification on a video, probably an old video. There we go. Oh, wait, what? There we go. Oh. Okay, that was weird. But that's how we get over to that one. So that was the correct idea. I don't know if I'm quite going to get to the platinum tonight. Unless, like I said, maybe it unlocks early or something. Because, I mean, it's not a long game. Okay, I'm gonna assume I have to hit that.
They've gone. No. Half of them have gone. They've gone. Some are still there. No, Raven's helping.
Pretty sure that was correct.
It's tricky.
Quiet. I can't think.
This might be one of the most complicated puzzles in this.
She no longer felt fit for this world.
Let's go back this way.
She almost gave into the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words.
Oh, I probably should go over there at some point and close that. Yeah, I should probably go ahead and do that now.
And kill that which had come.
I forgot I was supposed to go activate that door. Or not even door, that bridge. Yep, I completely forgot about that one. Let's go see what we need to activate over here. It's also funny because the boss fight in this chapter is probably one of the hardest ones in the game. Despite being right here at the start, which is kind of weird. Not a big fan of when a game decides to make its first boss or whatever its hardest. Or one of its hardest. Because I remember struggling quite a bit with this boss and not really struggling much with the others, at least once I figured out how the gameplay, the combat works. Okay, let's keep climbing. There's the gate.
The ravens. They've all gone. No. There's still three. There's three. There's three. Where?
Still 3? What are you talking about? There's still 3.
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on
I
her
hope
own.
that's just something about your character,
She saw into the darkness.
not something that's going to annoy me.
She couldn't see anything at all. And the glow,
But I can get this.
shape, sound, and thought grow in strength until they consume.
Oh, is that it right there? Is that where we have to go? That is! Perfect.
Before she knew it, the darkness
And we got it.
in its claws.
Broke. The gate is open. Open.
That's probably one of the tougher puzzles in the game overall.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. Life has been killed.
I'm updating the
Oh Lord,
video in case I have to look anything up, because I've got the guide pulled up for the puzzles in case I get stuck.
what its
I don't think I will, but I might. I might get stuck on one of the symbol puzzles.
Find Dillian before her time comes.
This should be the end of the chapter, aside from the boss fight. This boss fight, or is it the next area? Ah, this... Yeah, I'm almost positive this is the boss fight. This area looks familiar. Oh, well... Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the next area.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion.
I thought this was a boss fight. I know there is one in this chapter that's tough, but maybe it's not yet.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
It's the one where you have to walk along the tree at some point.
Speak to me, Drew.
Yep, there it is. I see where we have to go.
Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you.
Finland! Finland!
The Northmen captured Findan's sister and his father.
Hey, Invisible, what's up?
But they took his gold.
Oh, believe me, I'm not a big fan of this game at all.
Night without food or water.
I'm playing it for trophies because it's an easy platinum. Only problem is I would have already been done with it, but one of the collectibles glitched out on me.
His father burnt to death.
So I'm having to replay the whole thing because there's no chapter select.
He escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's
I don't like this game at all. I really don't understand what's so great about it.
in a hole near the sea.
And it's nothing like, it's not even like a Soulsborne game or anything like that at all.
Enslaved him.
It's just not a good game.
6 years later, his slave
It had potential, just it was very poorly executed.
before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan? Burnt.
Alright, I gotta run back up there.
But from the flames, a new man stepped forward. And Drew was born.
Okay, we should just be able to drop down and that'll do some... Oh, okay, that activated the symbols.
The man that I am now.
Okay.
And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again,
Hey, why did it send me over here?
I, Drew, have
Wait, yeah, why is that bridge there? That's... Oh, wait, it's... Walk the tree, right.
Home before these dark times.
Yeah, it's a game that had potential for sure. Squandered it with very generally subpar gameplay, awful combat. Controls aren't the best. Basically, Invisible, as far as I know, the game is about this woman named Senua. It's set in maybe the 8th century. It's set a long time ago.
Wild. It's coming back for me.
And she's basically going into, like, the Norse underworld or something to rescue her lover. And the whole thing's supposed to be basically a massive commentary on psychosis and mental illness. Which is why it had potential, it just squandered it.
I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds.
It also would be nice if on a replay, like what I'm having to do, like playing through the game a second time, if they would let you skip cutscenes, because I've already seen all of them.
Sense of it. And once relief settles in, struck down the narrow, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in
About to have a boss fight.
deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the
From
void.
Ninja Theory. I'm not actually sure. I'll look it up real quick while we're in a cutscene.
In the darkness,
Senua.
and she remembered what he told her.
Hear
came out in 2017. For some reason, I was thinking it was 2018.
Take my iron mirror,
Yes, it is Ninja Theory.
for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face.
It's also funny because they lie to you at the beginning and tell you that the game has permadeath.
You will also see that as much
That if you die too many times,
fail
you'll lose and have to restart.
is trapped within your
As far as I know, that turned out to be a lie.
focus.
Which, come on now, that's just not cool. I mean, if you were going to have permadeath in it, that's fine, but don't lie about having permadeath and terrify people over it. I guess that was all supposed to be part of all of this, was to scare people. But that's kind of a dick move, if you ask me. Oh, I actually got hit there. Oh, okay, yep. I gotta be more careful. This is probably the hardest fight in the game. Yeah, this is the hardest boss fight in the game.
She's injured. She can still do it.
Except maybe the Chapter 10 fight's a little harder. Yeah, the Chapter 10 fight can be a little tough, but this is probably the hardest fight in the game, so this might take me a couple tries. Oh, that was dumb. That was the wrong button. Okay, I gotta actually deflect those back at him to be able to do any damage. And stop missing every chance I get to attack. Ow. Ow. So Heavenly Sword was made by the same people, okay.
She's injured.
There we go, got another hit. Ah, there we go, we actually forwarded the fight a little bit. You had a chance to heal. At least now I know actually how to fight regular enemies, which is something I didn't know at this point in my original playthrough. Now I know how to beat regular enemies pretty easily. Until they get you about 10 to 1. In which case, it's a bit of a different story. Oh, why did I not block that? You gotta block that. Oh, hello. That could have been dangerous. Ow. That usually doesn't hit me. I can usually dodge that. Oh, wrong button. There we go. That's what we wanted. Doing that. Get a nice heavy attack in. Oh, I was actually supposed to dodge that one. Blocking it's okay, but you're supposed to dodge it. Got it. That's a block. And a hit coming in. I know I got a couple more comments. I can't really afford to read them at the moment. Gotta beat this guy first. Like I said, probably the hardest boss in the game, so... Or one of the hardest. Alright, there we go.
She knows what to do.
The warrior trials.
I'll read comments once we finish the fight. I just want to get this one out of the way. It's the hardest thing I'll have to do on the second playthrough.
You can do this.
Because I know I got the collectibles from Chapter 11. Meaning I won't have to refight the, oh crap, oh yeah, this is where we have to deflect. Oh, that was dumb. Wrong buttons. Come on, you dodge that.
You're stronger than me.
I gotta actually counterattack him here. I don't think I can do it if I don't. Okay, you're gonna run at me. Ah, yep, there we go. That's what we wanted. Oh, okay, no, you're not supposed to be able to do that. Oh no, that attack's so dangerous.
Focus now. Focus.
Oh, crap. There we go. That was good. That was good. That was good. Hit him. That made him mortal again. So. Stop hitting the wrong buttons sometimes. And that should have blocked both. Come on, hit him. Hit him. There we go. Another attack in. There we go. Alright, blocked it. That's okay. I dodged that game. Come on now. Get up, get up, get up, get up.
Focus now.
Come on. This is supposed to be like the useful mode here and not the mode where I just get attacked more than normal. There we go. There we go. Okay, block that. We're okay. Block that. There we go. That's what we needed. Made him mortal. Then, of course, he just double hits me. God, I hate this fight. It takes forever. And it's not designed well. Come on, actually run at him, Senua. Thank you. There we go. Jeez, that is an annoying fight, I gotta say. Like I said, though, that's probably the worst fight in the game, so it's all uphill from here. So that's a good thing. So let me catch up on comments a little bit. Ninja Theory or EA Junior? Well, that's not a good thing.
The mark of Valravn.
Story makes no sense. Gameplay's terrible. Character's not interesting. Okay, so this is what they're known for. Got it.
With every battle, the dark
Yet Invisible, this game received ridiculous amounts of praise and
to
love.
defeat. Unfair.
Pretty absurd amounts, if you ask me, for how it... And it's...
Most dark.
Like I said before, it's like a lot of other people I've talked to personally about this game hated it.
Letting go.
But for some reason, the critics loved it. I don't get it.
If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the
What games do I think are worse than Fortnite and Hellblade?
stories of the Northmen.
Let me think for a second.
So,
Well, I've platinumed plenty of crappy little cheapo indie games. But I'm not as much going to consider those because those are very small projects and small studios, and I don't want to be too bad against them because I want to encourage more indie games and indie development. Because without that, we wouldn't have things like Overcooked. Which is probably like my favorite co-op PlayStation game ever. Alright, which way am I supposed to go? I have no idea which way I'm supposed to go. I think... No. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to go this way. Right. This is the battle. Never got into Overwatch. Never found it interesting. DMC, never played those that I can remember.
when she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the plants.
Oh, that's been proven that's what happened? I thought that was just like a joke or a rumor, and it makes sense. I'm actually not surprised at all. But I had heard that was just either a joke or a rumor or something. I didn't know it was confirmed. Because I actually watched Bethesda's E3 conference. It was one of the few I watched in full because I love the Fallout series usually. And they had probably about the worst conference out of all of them that I watched.
I wonder,
Their conference was awful.
can you see the faces too?
I mean, they showed off, what, like 3 mobile games?
If you
Who shows off mobile games at E3?
Mother,
I mean, seriously, that's so weird.
Silent. Just like I
Then again, it was last year at this time, they told us, you can go anywhere, you can do anything, with 16 times the visuals.
see you. Don't be afraid when I speak to you.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me if that's true.
Did you see her?
Given the things they cheered at, like Battle Royale and Fallout 76 that absolutely nobody asked for.
She was a priestess.
Granted, it's not the worst Battle Royale in the world,
She taught Senua
but still no one wanted it.
and it was beautiful.
And yeah, they had a ridiculous number of mobile games. Doom Eternal looks good, I'll give them that.
First came for her mother.
But that's really the only thing they did right.
Senua still sees her face from time to time.
Yeah, Doom Eternal looks pretty good, but that's really about it.
Like she's still watching over.
What was that weird, like, mobile game they made? Not Elder Scrolls Blades, but you know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking of. It's that one that was based off the thing from like the 90s or 80s or something, the cartoon. I can't remember the name of it, but it was something that like everyone hated on being a thing because no one wanted it. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all if that was true. I could totally see Bethesda doing that. They lost so much the fan base with Fallout 76's failure.
Take it down. Take it down now.
And probably one of the strangest things about the whole conference was that they had absolutely no mention of Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6. The two things that people are actually interested in from them over the next like few years. And I mean, I'll play Elder Scrolls 6 because it's Elder Scrolls, and I love Skyrim. So I will play Elder Scrolls 6. And Starfield looks pretty cool from what I've heard of it. I don't know too much about it yet. It looks almost like it'd be a mix of Bethesda with No Man's Sky, like Fallout with No Man's Sky, which could be cool.
Okay, also, she needs to go. She can't.
Okay, got that done. Now we can move on to the next door.
Another challenge. She hasn't.
I don't know too much about the Devil May Cry series, so I can't give much of an opinion on it. I don't know enough about it. Okay, collectible number 10 will be coming up here, to where we'll be about a fourth of the way done on the collectibles.
Than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise
It's
their
off to the right, excellent.
Find him, Senua.
I also have very little experience with God of War. I have played a couple of them.
She found the wretched.
I don't remember exactly which ones, though.
Wiles.
And I've never been fully impressed by them, though I still really want to play the 2018 one.
She took pity on him.
But yeah, back to Bethesda.
For this one,
No confirmation whatsoever about
we spoke of his darkness.
no discussion even of Elder Scrolls 6
was bright and hot, flaming.
or
Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the
or
sword.
Starfield, the two things that people are most interested in. Okay, how many collectibles are in this chapter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
There was a world called Muspel.
Oh, this is the chapter with the stupid fire puzzle things. Or not even puzzles, but
Sparks
just
that flew out from Muspel became the sword.
annoying gameplay mechanics, we'll say that right now.
Frozen world of Niflheim, breathing the body of the first giant of evil. Muspel.
Western games in Asian style, okay. And I've played some good, like, hack and slash type games, which is what this sort of is. It's got a little bit of it to it, not entirely, but a little bit of it. With like Attack on Titan Season 1. Attack on Titan Season 1, the game, is really fun. I'll admit, Legion looks really good. I wasn't that interested, but after seeing the gameplay and stuff, or maybe not even the gameplay, just the design of it, it looks like it could be a pretty solid game. I mean, Watch Dogs 2 was an okay game. I didn't love it, but I certainly didn't hate it. It had some definite good to it. Oh, oops, I gotta remember those guys can hit twice. And he has the heart attack. Is that it? Yep, no one more at least. There we go. At least now I know how to fight on this playthrough, which I didn't on my first, so it's making the combat easier. Yeah, Bethesda being Bethesda. I wasn't interested in anything they showed either except for Doom Eternal. But yeah, I mean, I think that Legion could actually be pretty solid. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt because I liked Watch Dogs 2 well enough.
And I still hear them now.
So, I mean, it's a game I'll play. It probably won't be like a day one purchase for me or anything, but it'll be something I play eventually. Because I like Watch Dogs, so... Or at least somewhat. Okay, that puzzle's done.
The path to Hellhand is sealed.
I think the funniest thing about E3, though,
Walk amongst the dead.
is that Sony ended up getting rated as having the third best like E3 performance, and they weren't even at E3. I hope Death Stranding ends up being as good as they're hyping it to be.
Into my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy.
And I trust Kojima to make a good game, but you never know.
I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others.
I mean, Invisible, I didn't even really watch much of it, so I didn't really see any of that stuff.
Liberate many lands. This darkness you speak of,
I know we're getting a new Rainbow Six game,
I know it well.
And I'm still
which that's fun because I didn't care about Siege.
Behind you.
So yeah, I didn't really care for Rainbow Six Siege. I've only ever played the beta of it, I think. But they are getting a new one, so if it's good, if it's more like Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2, then it's something I probably want to play. If it's not, a full-on multiplayer game that no one actually really asked for, though it ended up being good.
She can still do it.
Or it ended up being popular. I don't know if it actually ended up being good, but it ended up being pretty popular.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Come on, block it. Thank you, Senua. Block it.
Finish this. End it now.
Okay, I got 2 left. Shield guys are annoying just because they're kind of hard to hit. You have to... I can only ever get them really by kicking them. Which is kind of funny that actually does more damage. But it works, so I'll take it. Come on, there we go. Another fight done. Another pointless fight. Okay, let's see. Is this... Gotta focus on the gate first.
When you see a fire gate of soot, know that only a sacrifice
Oh, Effie? Yeah.
must spell, and let the dead walk through.
Glad you enjoyed it, because like I said, I was pleasantly surprised by that game.
To soot.
Because I rarely get free copies of stuff. And I got that one. I was anticipating it just to be sort of, a typical, sort of a cheaper indie type game. But it was fun. It was genuinely decent. It was one of the more. It was definitely one of the more fun sort of indie games I played. I ended up finishing it a couple days later on my main account. There's not that much more to it. There was just that the area in the wine barrels that we didn't have time to get to, and then the final battle.
As you want, but you mustn't look away.
I mean, I already beat it. I don't really remember the story that well. That it was basically just the witch turned whatever his name was into an old man, and he was trying to cure it. But yeah, I was genuinely pleased with that game. It was much better than I expected it to be. Definitely worth playing.
She'll need to find another way.
And very happy with getting a free copy of it too, so.
It's called Cert.
Something that doesn't happen very often.
Giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword.
Alright, let's grab our third collectible of the chapter down here. Sort of looking at my phone to see where the collectibles are, so I don't risk missing any of them, because I am not playing through this game a third time.
She needs to remember the way back.
I mean, I shouldn't have had to play through it a second time.
Concentrate on where.
Just like I said, one of the collectibles decided to glitch on me.
Burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday.
Okay, are there any more in this area, or is it later? It's later.
The destiny
Where
of
is
gods.
that in the game?
Asgard will be attacked by Cert.
Okay, it's in the
fire
little
giants. A
destroyed
monstrous
village.
wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods
Okay,
will fight in vain
be there in a
against
moment.
their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping.
But yeah, it was definitely, I was pleased with the game, so I actually enjoyed that. It was a fun platinum trophy, too. I mean, like I said, the combat had a few issues to it, but it's really not bad at all for
burning slaves like me to
for an indie game.
path to Cert. I searched for meaning,
Because that's only, I think, the second time I've ever gotten a review copy for something.
but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
The first time being Demetrios, the Big Cynical Adventure. It is a point-and-click game. And it actually wasn't too bad either. It was better than I expected it to be. Okay, I gotta remember how to get out of here. These segments get really, really annoying. Because there's a few of them in this level, and they're just stupid. If you even touch the fire, it's like instant death. Because that makes sense. I mean, I don't know too much about it. There's actually not that much to it. I mean, it's just it's a story about a woman in like the 8th century trying to rescue her lover from the Nordic or Norse hell. Hel, not with 2 L's.
In the end, I set myself free.
Defy the gods, Senua. Find your own, like I find mine.
And I think the demons and stuff are all supposed to be some kind of metaphor for mental illness. Because I know that was a major focus of the game, is on discussing like psychosis and such. I just think it would have been done better as almost like a Telltale style game. I think that honestly would have made this game better.
At Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel
To have been like a more Telltale style game.
The corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the
Where's
ship
the
and
next
ride to battle,
collectible?
it will be as though the sky had split open.
One more on this
Cert will
chapter.
lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
Oh, okay, it's near the end. I guess maybe it is. I'm honestly not even sure at this point. Because it's just a game that I find to be so uninteresting that I don't really care.
The Northmen of
Because, I mean, I thought it was going to be good, but
insatiable gods of darkness.
I feel like I was lied to a bit by the reviewers out
I
there.
followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge.
I said, I don't know if I'm quite going to get through it tonight because it's not that long of a game, but it's still like at least a solid 6 hours to complete.
Like
So we'll see how far I can make
the
it.
man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can
I'm sure God of War is better, though. Okay, I was thinking this was up here, but... Okay, this symbol I'm not entirely sure about. This one I don't really remember. Does it have anything to do with this ledge here? Possibly. That's what it looks like it should be. Like it should be around here somewhere. Oh, you mean like the DLC roadmaps and stuff? Yeah. Okay, I'm checking the guide I have pulled up for this one because I don't actually remember where the second one is. I haven't needed any help yet, but this one I'm honestly kind of lost on. Oh, dang. Okay, yeah. No wonder I got lost on that one. It's in the ground. Wasn't expecting that. There we go. We got through that. Do you mean, like, she will stay alive, or me, the player, from getting bored to death from it or something? I mean, I can get through a good portion of it tonight, but, might have some Uncharted 2 boosting to do with some other people. Not the actual boosting of the multiplayer, but we're playing the co-op modes. Because we still have some stuff to do on it. We got a couple maps to finish on the highest difficulty. I would have streamed that, but I haven't gotten a response back on when we're playing. That would have been kind of fun to do, just something very different. Because I don't do a whole lot of multiplayer stuff on the channel, and that would be kind of fun to do a little bit more of at some point. Oh, can't do that. Because I like playing, like, co-op stuff with friends and such. That's always just a lot of fun. It makes things more humorous overall. Because like I said, that 5.5 hour live stream that me and Lizard Guy did was one of the most fun streams I've ever done. I mean, that one, we enjoyed the whole thing. Yeah, we were pretty inebriated, but that made it even more fun. Okay, this is the one I think. Oh, hello! I forgot about this. There's a couple enemies here for some reason. Can't read any messages until I get rid of these dudes. Oh, crap. Okay, get up, get up, get up. Not dying here, because I don't know what things are going to save and what won't. There we go. We're good. I just completely forgot there was a combat here. Kind of a weird place for one in the middle of a fire area. Is this the one that spits fire back at me? At least one of them does that. It must not be this one. And we're through that.
Good. Let it collapse.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was the Hellblade. I mean, the location is Hell spelled H-E-L, so an old, like, mythological type of hell that's not the typical Abrahamic version of it. I don't know if Death Stranding is going to be overhyped or not. Like, I mean, I still feel like we know so little about it. I feel like maybe if we know more about it, we'll know whether or not it ends up being overhyped. I mean, we won't really know if it's overhyped or not until it comes out.
Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is
Okay, that's every collectible so far. That's
of the gods.
14 of them.
They say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it.
Let me make sure there's no more in this chapter before we move on.
Not a thing in this world will be
Nope.
safe. The Rainbow Bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds.
Okay.
Senua,
We're getting near the end of chapter 3, which is good.
Cert spreads
Again, one of the longer chapters.
and to our lands. Ragnarok is
I mean, Kojima's made plenty of good games. I've played, not extensively, but I've played a number of the Metal Gears. 'Cause at some point, I've played Metal Gear 2, 3, 4, 5, and Ground Zeroes. Maybe not heavily, but I have played all of those.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
So I have a little bit of experience with the series.
Purpose. I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclimbed.
I actually, maybe me and my neighbor, Lizard Guy, we might have actually beaten Ground Zeroes.
Even my captors fear.
Like me and him together just playing it at some point. Not on my console, though. But we may have beaten Ground Zeroes, but none of the others.
My chance ran, knowing that they would not follow.
Okay, let's see. We're looking for sort of a P shape.
Fire. They left me for dead.
Actually, no, it's not really that. It's more like a sideways triangle.
But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without.
Oh, is it this? Yep. Oh, really? That's not it? Kind of looked like it. Huh, okay, that's a little weird. Oh, it's probably like... Well, I was kind of thinking that, but it kind of has the shape. Let me check the guide again. 'Cause I specifically remember climbing this tower, so... Let's just see what it says to do for these 3 symbols, just so we speed up the process a little bit. Because I don't want to spend any more time on this game than I actually have to. Ah, okay, that's not easy. That one's actually a little bit tougher. A few of these can be a little tougher. That was weird. It almost sounded like the audio stopped for a second. Could be that I switched over to this other video on a different tab, though, which sometimes seems to happen. There's the P. Well, you want to take it? Thank you. That's weird. It keeps sounding like in my headphones almost like it's crashing a little bit. Or not necessarily crashing, just going slowly. Ah, there we go. I think it's probably because I have a different video pulled up. Yeah, sometimes they don't look like the seals, which is kind of funny. You're not necessarily searching for keys. You're just really... She can view these runes to open up doors. And then she has these psychosis episodes where she... at least I think it's psychosis. Where she views this fire and stuff going on everywhere. And has to go through these doors and stuff.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of certain, then escape my darkness.
And she's just trying to find her lost love that died somewhere. I'm not even sure if it ever really confirms how or where.
Run, through the fire.
Or the entire thing might be in her mind. You never know.
Nothing will stop them. Run, Senua, run.
Okay, this one I remember specifically. You have to keep running non-stop. It's kind of a weird one. Even straight through the flame that shoots out. Or else you will, if you stop at any point, you basically fail. I died on this one a couple times on my first playthrough because I didn't know what I was doing. Or I didn't expect that. I think it's a voice in her head.
She's dying. It's him.
I honestly don't even know. I didn't fail that, did I? Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought you were just supposed to sprint through that. That's kind of a weird section. Like, again, it's a game, could have done things well. It doesn't. It had a lot of potential, but it manages to screw up a lot of stuff.
This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Are you sure you want to do this? This together, side by side.
That might be her talking to her former
This is
lover.
my battle. I have to face it alone. Away
I have
from
no
you.
idea at this point.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you.
I think, again, it's just a voice in her head or something. I honestly don't even know. The game's not interesting enough for me to care. Let's be honest here. It's not an interesting enough game for me to care about it.
I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
Something called Chris X the Game. I've never heard of that. I mean, I played plenty of bad games as a trophy hunter. When you look at more major games, though. Oh, I got a good one. I can see it on my shelf right now.
You destroyed everything. Everyone.
Homefront: The Revolution.
Fight now.
That was an experience. I'm gonna say that right now. That was an experience. And not in a good way. Oh, oops. Okay, I guess. I don't remember exactly how you fight this guy. I know he's easier than the previous boss, but I don't really remember how to fight him. Have to hit him here. I do remember that. I remember this fight. Yeah, it was Homefront: The Revolution. That was an experience. That was before I started streaming. Oh crap! Oh, I caught myself on fire. That was dangerous. Yeah, Oh crap! So I'm. Okay, I think it's just dodging for the moment and not getting hit. Senua. Oh, crap. Yep, I'm gonna die here, probably. I'm not playing this very well. BRB, that's fine, man. I'm probably gonna be headed out for just a second. Once we finish this fight, I want to use the bathroom. Will you stop catching me on fire, sir? It's annoying. Aha! Okay, that's what I was supposed to do. I do have to focus. Yeah, Homefront the Revolution. That was an experience, to say the least. Because I got that game back. I was dumb enough to buy that game on release day. Now, from what I had seen of it, the game reminded me a lot of one of my favorite games of all time, which is Freedom Fighters. Freedom Fighters was a game released in, I think, 2003. PS2 and GameCube and PC. That was based around an alternate history that eventually leads to America being invaded by the Soviet Union in then present day 2003-ish. You play as a resistance fighter with a lot of really unique mechanics for the time and a good story, a good, really just great game. And from what I had seen, Homefront the Revolution looked like it was going to be similar to that. And of course, that didn't end up being the case at all. And Homefront the Revolution was a disaster of a game. Especially right when it released. Just nothing about it worked. And it was extremely prone to deleting your save data out of nowhere. And it's sad too, because Homefront 1 was a similar disaster. And is also one of the 2 games preventing me from having a 100% trophy account. Because they shut the servers down right at 2 years after it came out. Which we weren't expecting because it was actually popular because the multiplayer was good. Sadly, the multiplayer of Homefront 1 was fantastic. But the campaign was garbage. It takes 3 hours to beat and an hour of it is cutscenes.
In the end,
which is not a good thing. It's even shorter than Order 1886.
even the gods have their time.
So yeah, Homefront the Revolution, that was an experience.
Still go on.
Whitetail Challenge. Worst game I've ever platinumed.
And I will go to hell to keep
I die.
That one was an even worse experience because
You will carry my story.
it's just one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. Just nothing works about it.
Yes.
You know what, guys? Maybe
Comes.
that gives me an idea.
I vow to guide
I think when I hit 1 million views,
life and the next to fulfill your
which should happen later this year, I have like 925,000 at the moment.
to face.
When I hit 1 million views, I'll play Whitetail Challenge on stream.
To find your answer.
I'll have to be very, very inebriated to survive that experience.
Your truth.
Because that game is 10 times worse than this. It's probably more than 10 times worse than this.
Truth was a troubled mind.
Like, I'd rather beat Hellblade 100 times than play Whitetail Challenge ever again. And that's really not even an exaggeration.
Drove him to madness.
It was truly one of the worst games I've ever played in my life.
To my world.
To put it in another way, Whitetail Challenge was the one game I know of that has ever given me motion sickness just from playing it.
Tales of hell were true. That was the source of it.
Which you have to screw up pretty badly for that. Because I usually have no problems with that.
What he saw.
Oh, that wasn't the way we're supposed to go. It's this way. Because I can play a game, I can drive for 8 hours straight and not get any sort of motion sickness. I can play the VR for a few hours while drunk and have no issues. But that game actually made me almost sick. Like, I had to stop at times because it gave me motion sickness.
Have you ever died?
So I'll play that on stream when I hit 1 million views. So you guys have that to look forward to. Give me more views, and the more views we get, the sooner I'll be doing it.
Used to be. Though it may not seem that way to others. You know,
The sooner you get to watch me suffer through one of the worst games on PS3.
a stranger in your own body.
But that reminds me, though, I still need to pick up Life of Black Tiger.
And nothing is the same ever again.
Play that on stream. Maybe I'll play both of them on the same stream at 1 million. That might be fun.
And she will do so again.
Play both Whitetail Challenge and Life of Black Tiger on stream after hitting 1 million views. Yeah, I think I'd see myself doing that. Besides, I need to get the 100% in Whitetail Challenge. Or, not Whitetail Challenge, in Life of Black Tiger. It's actually an easy 100%.
So dark, it's dark, the dark. I'm so dead to me cross. Only the dead may cross into
That could make for a very interesting celebratory stream. Tell you though, to play Whitetail Challenge, I'll have to be drunk out of my mind to do that. I want to be drunk enough that I can forget I played it.
Anyone?
As in, actually black out.
What are you?
Did you think that I would let you go? That you
I haven't blacked out in a long
back in
time,
the
though.
wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you do.
And the good thing is, the few times I have ever blacked out,
I'm not ready to die.
it's always been, you know, in my apartment or my house or something. So I didn't risk, like, violating any laws or anything. Just sitting in my house, being an idiot. Even if I don't remember everything about my previous week's Fallout stream.
In this.
Which may not happen this week because, like I've said before, we got Uncharted 2 to boost. We got to get that done at all costs.
You searched for control. A way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears.
Yeah, we got to get Uncharted 2 done. That's the main priority nowadays.
Banish your fears. But in darkness they came.
The server's going down. We're going to get it done.
Shores.
We will get it done, is the thing. Like, it's not terrible. We could actually probably get it done within a week from now. It's just grinding out wins, which objective takes 5 minutes per match.
He's so far away.
And,
They've taken his soul.
well, actually, objective, there might be a faster way to do it that we don't know of yet.
These gods you can.
But the way we're doing it takes about 5 minutes per match.
They can.
Elimination can be done in like a minute, I think.
Even death won't keep you.
Deathmatch takes a while, but it's good because we can grind out our 2,500 kills while doing it.
Still beats.
I mean, the hardest thing in all of it is the beating all the co-op maps on Crushing,
Darkness within.
because that's actually ended up being a lot harder than I expected.
Now there's no
Because beating them all on hard wasn't a problem at all. We did it all pretty quickly.
discords.
The wave 10 on each game mode was easy. Did it first try.
So you must carry his vessel. to
It's
the
just beating the maps on Crushing. We beat one of them on Crushing first try. One of them, though, we would have had it after a few tries, but one of the guys in the group disconnected because the servers are terrible. And it basically broke the game, so we couldn't finish it. Even though we probably could have finished it, the two of us that were left. If it had let us. Because it's the easiest map. The very last map, though, Sanctuary, is terrible. It has this section right at the end you can play perfectly up until it.
Even death won't keep you apart.
But you get to the very end, or the next to last section, you have a helicopter and 2 Gatling gun enemies attacking you, and it's just so horribly designed that we kept failing. We lost all 3 lives on that because it's so unfair.
The darkness touched you.
It's just further proof that Naughty Dog has no idea what they're doing when it comes to making the highest difficulty in a game.
Averted from life.
They always make their high difficulties unfair.
You ran from it, but
Usually, not always.
let it
Like Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy were fine,
suffering worse than death.
but co-op maps on Crushing in Uncharted 2 and 3,
Peace with the gods.
brutal in Uncharted's 1, 2, and 3 remastered,
Darkness won't allow it.
and grounded mode in The Last of Us.
Look at him.
All prove that Naughty Dog has no idea how to make the highest difficulty in a game that's actually fair.
This.
Like, there's a difference between making it
This.
a highest difficulty and making it actually fair. I've talked about that before. That there is a definite difference between the two. Between making it hard and making it just blatantly unfair. And Naughty Dog tends to follow the unfair line on highest difficulty.
The gods made you a warrior for a reason.
At least when it comes to DLC difficulties, not usually base games. Base games are usually fine.
When there is a new road ahead.
It's just DLCs that tend to be a problem. Oh man, did I just like sprint into him? That was kind of cool. Oh, that fight went very well. I didn't even take damage in it. I'll take it. Alright, next area. I'm pretty sure we're getting a fight here.
Every
I don't even think I've died yet.
darkness.
Except for one mandatory death you get in Chapter 1. At the very end of Chapter 1. And that's where it tells you about the rot. That's supposedly the permadeath feature. That's not actually a thing. As far as I know, it's not actually a thing. As best I can tell, it's not actually a thing. Okay, we're just gonna do this focus mode. Oh crap, that actually hit me. Alright, so the combat isn't necessarily hard once you learn how it functions. Except for times where you just get completely surrounded by an unreasonable number of enemies. Which does happen sometimes. Especially later. Oh crap, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Get up. Get up, get up, get up. Come on, we're not having our first death here. This isn't the easiest fight in the game. We're not having it here. Come on.
It's nearly over.
You the last one, possibly? Oh crap, I actually let him hit me. There we go. Alright, now that I got that, I need to go use the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm back too. Very badly had to use the bathroom. Had quite a bit of water. Okay, we got another door. I think I actually remember where this collectible is. Siri actually... Oh, yep, it's right here.
Each must find their own path. A line
I think this one only... Yeah, this level only has like 2 collectibles in it.
To hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage.
Okay, so I think we have to like repair a bridge or something. Because she somehow has the ability to like mentally repair bridges and
Who
stuff.
leapt into fire and rode to hell to join her slain love Sigurd.
Yes, buddy, I wash my hands.
Giantess.
Although theoretically, unless you're taking a dump, you don't necessarily always need to. Oh crap, I missed where the second one was. Well, we'll find it, because this is actually isn't that long of a chapter. Isn't that a symbol? Let's see if I can remember where this one is. I think it's that thing right... Yeah, it is. Okay, we got it. We got it. Yeah, I mean, I always wash my hands, but technically, unless you're taking a dump, you don't need to. There's the other lore stone. Perfect. We'll go grab it in a second. We got to go down there anyway. Then this kind of looks like the symbol. One more. We can forward on. Yeah, 4 I don't think is that long of a chapter. Alright, let's go and interact with the second stone of the chapter.
Large dwelling places in Helheim.
Then chapter 5 seems to have a lot.
The name of her dish is hunger.
Okay, where is the X?
On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is
Yeah, but Resident Evil 4 is actually good.
called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize. Half black and half the color of flesh.
Perhaps this?
Menacing and grim.
That kind of looks like an X. Okay, let's see. Where... does that have something to do with, like, these planks and stuff, probably? I might have thought that, but... Ah, there we go. Perfect. I'd much rather be playing Resident Evil 4. That is definitely one of my all-time favorite survival horror games. And Resident Evil 1 is a lot of fun. Resident Evil 2 looks awesome. I just haven't played it yet. I'm kind of waiting for it to release all of its DLC. And then I can get like a Game of the Year type edition, you know, with all the DLC included for cheaper. Although the DLC for that one might actually be free. I'm not actually sure about that. Need to check that.
The source of the darkness. It's coming.
Because that's one I really want to play. Resident Evil 3, I played a tiny bit of the PS3 port of it. Like if you downloaded the PS2 version, came to PS3 or something. That's not creepy at all.
You're showing weakness.
4 is awesome. 0 I own but haven't gotten around to playing yet.
The gods will punish you for this.
5 is really fun if you're playing in co-op.
Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it.
Like, 5 is not as good of a game, but in co-op, it is insanely fun.
Get up.
Like, I love playing Resident Evil 5 in co-op with people because it's so much fun. Resident Evil 6 is terrible. I couldn't even stand to beat the game because it was so bad. Resident Evil 7 is pretty good.
Stormy seas and
The first-person view was an interesting idea that I think definitely added to the game.
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye.
And no one actually knows what's going on at this point.
Each one of us is always dreaming.
I think she died fighting something,
See what our inner eye creates for us.
or, like, got hurt and fell into the water. I don't even know anymore.
A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept.
Again, like, I've already beaten the game. Why can't I skip cutscenes on a second playthrough? That's 4 chapters done, though, which is good. That was chapter 4 right there. It's real short. And the remaining chapters are shorter through 9. 5 through 9 are pretty short. 4 through 9 are pretty short.
Everyone hates her.
Or shorter than like 1 through 3. Chapter 1 has like a 5-minute long intro sequence where you're in like a kayak or something.
Weak, pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you. Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Bro,
Yes, please end my suffering. I'd appreciate that.
just like your soul.
Give me the trophy I should have earned a week ago.
Why go on when you give everything in faith?
Yeah, I've played, I think it was the original Kingdom Hearts with my friend, like at his house back on his PS2.
Why go on? Is it really so weak to
Yes, it would have been his PS2. Maybe it was a different console, but something like that. Yeah, I played the original Kingdom Hearts. I haven't played... Or maybe it was 2. I don't really remember.
Sometimes the answer lies in a memory.
It may have been 1 and 2, or just 1, or just 2. I don't know, but I played one of the early ones. I've never played 3.
It's not real. It's true. It's not real. Listen to me.
Don't give up.
It's
Not like this.
I'm not too into that series, really.
It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
You still believe in yourself?
It's a trick. It's a trick.
It's just one of those series I never really found a whole lot of interest in. The series that has about 50 different entries between each main numbered entry.
Please.
2.5, 2.9, 2.7 HD, 2.3 remastered, 2.4
He is. It
365 days.
It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening.
You get what I mean? It's kind of absurd if I remember correctly. There's so many games. I don't know enough about it, though, to know if it would affect my sanity that much. Alright, we're on Chapter 5 now. 5 isn't too long.
There it is.
I don't think there's any combat again until Chapter 10.
Keep going. Could you keep going?
Or actually, there might be some in 5, but I don't think there's any more. I don't think there's any from 6 through 9. Because they're fairly short chapters if you know what you're doing. Probably once I finish this chapter, since we'll be at the halfway point, I might back out real quick and upload my save data
Before she first met him,
to the cloud just to protect it and make sure I don't have to replay this stupid thing again.
not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house.
Because I haven't missed any of the stones yet on this playthrough, which it shouldn't matter. I should only have to hit the ones
Occasionally did she face
in Chapter 10. The first, like, 2 from Chapter 10, for that matter.
errands out in the Orkney Plains.
Or even if I have to finish Chapter 10 again, just the ones in Chapter 10. I won't even have to do the boss
Like
fight.
this one. Barren and lonely.
I hear a lot of people weren't happy with Kingdom Hearts 3. With the story or whatever. Again, it's not something I know that much about, so I can't give the most educated answer on it.
Lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
Yeah, I don't have any of the games on like on PS3 or PS4, but I have played a couple of the early ones on like PS2 or something.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing. And the
There's our
world
next stone.
the gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Be in Chapter 5, we get that one. There's
His name is Sigmund.
looks like
His
5
father's
more, so
hall
this
was
has
built
actually got a
around
few
great
more in it.
And one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it.
5 times the size of the Zelda timeline. Yeah, I'm not bothering with learning that.
His brother-in-law, King Sigurd, wants it, but Sigmund refuses it.
Zelda timeline's pretty crazy. So is like the Mario timeline or the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. I know a lot of people, including Invisible, I know that you don't like Five Nights at Freddy's, and overall I don't really like it, but the VR game is interesting because it's actually terrifying.
He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel...
Because it's more interactive and more just stuff right up in your face.
That night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night.
Okay, our next collectible is around the side of the ship.
The next day, Sigmund's sister sent a serpent with honey to smear on Sigmund's...
I guess these ships are how you know the setting of the game or the time period, or unless it's stated somewhere. I mean, it is, but it's had some fun to it, and the VR game is actually pretty fun.
Sweet honey from Sigmund's face. He bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund...
And again, the VR game is actually pretty scary, so...
He is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Sigurd, believing him dead, as his sister.
Okay, our next one is inside of... Is it inside the boat, or no, it's just around the corner somewhere. Not that corner. Although Scott did at least release Pizzeria Simulator for free. FNAF World was free.
Today, watching from afar, she mimicked him. Perfect.
Because I own the first 2 games. And I own the VR game.
Moments of light would stretch out to last.
Just all on Steam, but I don't really have a good way to... I don't really have a way to play them on the Mac.
Trades shapes with a sorceress.
I eventually need to get like a gaming PC, really, so I could actually play some
She gives birth to
of the
a son.
Steam games more.
After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund.
Okay, next collectible is when we get to the
To
giant
find him
tree.
strong and fearless. And so they go to take their vengeance on King Sigurd.
Oh, it's that one, okay. I know where that is.
Luck is not on their side. They're captured and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't know enough about Kingdom Hearts to really judge it, but I've heard that it's... I mean, I can tell it has so many ridiculous versions and stuff.
Where is she going?
Just a little crazy.
You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly caught the world?
Alright, let's go to the tree.
If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes that knew.
I don't even understand the FNAF story overall.
He does.
Theories about like multiple purple guys and multiple timelines and stuff like that. It just got kind of out there. Although Game Theory just did a video that showed that the ending of Sister Location is technically possible, which was a little creepy.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
So I think this voice is her talking to that guy
Zeno's daughter.
that was her lover that died or something.
Who taught you to fight like that?
I think. I don't know.
No one.
Well,
Yeah, and even FNAF doesn't have that many games.
You learned
Even Call of Duty doesn't have that many games. Call of Duty only has like 16.
me?
I'm Diddy.
Which I still love their naming scheme for the new Call of Duty game.
Bring your sword.
You know, you had Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and now we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's going to cause some headache to parents trying to buy the correct game for their kids at Christmas.
And darkness becomes a part.
But I actually am legitimately curious about Modern Warfare, the new Modern Warfare.
But her world changed the day of morning.
It could actually be good.
Senua knows that there
It's like terrifying critics and stuff, which is hilarious. All the SJW critics can't stand it.
back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into
Generally, it's copy, paste, and repeat and all, but this game looks like it could be interesting. It's the first time I've been excited about a Call of Duty probably since Black Ops 2, which was 6 years ago. 7 years ago. 7 years ago.
You will die here. No. And all your suffering.
So it's the first time I've been excited about one in 7 years. Because, like, every game through Black Ops 2 was at least fun and had something good about it.
Is that you?
Then you had Ghosts, which was an overall failure. Advanced Warfare was a failure.
I'll find you.
Black Ops 3 was a failure with one of the strangest story modes I've ever seen. Infinite Warfare was a step back in the right direction in terms of its single player and zombies. World War II sucked. Black Ops 4 sucked.
I want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there?
At least in my opinion, some people liked it.
Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
But the new Modern Warfare actually does kind of intrigue me.
Maybe it's a sign. True. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
As Sigmund and
Okay, there's
Sigrid
one more on this
are
chapter.
buried
Let's just see
alive,
where it is.
Sigmund's sister throws
And we'll be at the halfway point on the collectibles.
Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king
Ah, there it is. I see it. It's not technically Modern Warfare 4, it's technically a soft reboot of the Modern Warfare franchise.
He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles.
Which is confusing, to say the least.
Battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood,
But hey, it's got Captain Price in it.
had one eye. The man raised his spear.
It's got cross-play for multiplayer between the systems, which is a good thing. And it'll expand the player base a lot more. Although it could cause some problems with all the tryhards on keyboard and mouse. So hopefully maybe they let consoles stick together and exclude PC, I don't know. And then there is the fact that there's no season pass. Now, it's still going to have microtransactions. Not joking about that at all. Everyone knows it's going to have microtransactions. That's obvious.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods.
Oh yeah, try to sort the Godzilla films. No, thank you.
Is grammar. It was forged.
I did go see the Godzilla King of the Monsters though, and it was okay. It was okay.
I need this sword.
Like, it was one of those movies that's just really stupid but fun because of it.
But it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great war
It's got its stupidity to it that makes it a little more fun to watch.
of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the tree of death.
Let's see, are we playing that at 10:30 or not? No one's confirmed yet.
Yes, the triumph.
Checking for Uncharted 2. Doesn't look like it yet, so let's keep going.
The metal runestones.
Okay, so we're going to go to this one.
Find it. The metal. The runes. You need that sword. Go to the shop. Where is it? Find it.
Head to Chapter 6.
Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer. Can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man.
They want us to see the expressions that they programmed.
It would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this.
Was it something to do with Hellblade, or was it another game?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial.
Okay, I'm going to let it save here, and since we're at the halfway point, and I don't want to play through stuff again, we're going to quickly upload my save to the cloud, so that if something screws up again, which it shouldn't this time, but just in case, we're going to upload the save data real quick. Just so that we don't run into any issues again. This will only take a few moments. Perfect. Great. Okay, let's get back to it. That way I have a fallback point if something goes wrong. Oh, microtransactions. Microtransaction is... It's kind of like a DLC. It's where you basically pay money for like a small item in a game, like whether that be a boost, maybe like you buy it and it gives you a 10% XP boost for an hour, or it gives you a new costume, or stuff like that. That's sort of what a microtransaction is. So it's not like a full DLC. Or it might be to buy in-game currency. So like, for example, in Call of Duty games, it would be like buying their supply crates in it, which give you random items. Okay, I'm going to need to pull up the guide here because I don't remember the layout of the labyrinth in this chapter. There it is, okay. Alright. Now we're going to be okay. Let's go grab our first item, though. First lore stone. Basically, you could just say the microtransactions. They're one of the things ruining gaming. They're the whole thing that E3 got caught up with for the Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Tell about a young woman warrior.
When you remember, Star Wars Battlefront 2 was initially looked like it was going to be amazing.
She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight.
And, you know, no season pass and stuff, and it was getting great press at first. And then it's like, oh, hey, you can pay money for these loot crates that might give you combat advantages. And it's going to take 40 hours to grind to unlock any one hero, or you can just pay for them right now. That is going to give you a combat advantage. And it turned basically everyone left supporting E3 against them. E3, EA, not E3, EA.
Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark.
Okay, that was our first collectible on this chapter. Let's see what the next one is. This chapter is a little confusing because it's a little labyrinth. Yeah, she doesn't have much of an expression. She doesn't have that much emotion usually, unless it's over-exaggerated emotions in certain cutscenes. I just gotta see what the path is first on this so I know where to go. It's left. And then what appears to be a second left. I don't think we can even die in this chapter, so we should be fine. Yep, it's 2 lefts. Fantastic.
Who's there?
I have not heard that from Todd Howard.
I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
I'm not surprised, though.
I'll find him.
I'm not surprised at all, actually. Of course he doesn't like Skyrim. Well, they could probably monetize Elder Scrolls Online if they wanted to.
Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear?
But yeah, they can't monetize regular Skyrim, so why would they care about it?
Have you lost him? Going the wrong way. Have you lost
You know, people said the symbols were randomized, but
As a man to join
I don't know if they are. Like,
and soon,
I'm not entirely sure how true that is.
when they come to the
To where
island,
maybe I don't have to pick up all the symbols a second time, but I just don't really want to take the
they
risk.
say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse.
Because I am not playing through this stupid game again.
Fearless, she lands alone.
It's not fun enough to play through multiple
And all
times.
have ghostly flames.
It's barely even fun enough to play through
She comes to
once.
the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist.
There's her third stone in there, actually.
The flames hide.
But no, that doesn't surprise me. Now, Fallout 76 is not as heavily monetized as you might
Ever
think it
called
would be.
her father to wake from death and bring her his sword.
I've seen
It's not
worse
seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable
for
weapons.
monetization, so...
Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your
Right,
doom.
left, right, okay.
Baleful runes
That was our first
surround
right.
You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused.
And right again.
It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me.
Then we're going to take a left up here. And then one more right. I feel like with a Battle Royale mode, they probably could monetize Fallout 76 more if they really wanted to. But I think they also realized that Fallout 76 was kind of a failed experiment. And it may very well have badly hurt the franchise moving forward, which is bad because it's probably my personal favorite franchise of all time.
That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like Dillian.
Herver ignores her father's warnings.
Alright, that is all the lore stones on this
Full
chapter.
of fire. Again, Herver demands her inheritance.
Now we just have to get through the labyrinth, which we're going to head back the way we came for a second. go back to the very start and then follow the path out.
And brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it, but the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come.
So we need to go left here. God, she walks so slowly. Right. Then left, left. I mean, Battle Royale's already slowly starting to die, I think. Even Minecraft is, like, making a comeback. Which is crazy to think of, because it was not dying, but it was definitely losing popularity. And then suddenly it really started coming back in the last, like, year. And I mean, I know that a lot of you guys, including Invisible, aren't particularly big fans of Minecraft, but I've always enjoyed it, personally. It's always been a game I enjoy going back to every now and then just to mess around in a little bit. I always found it to be fun enough to be worth messing around in. Okay, so we need to go left, right, left, right. So left there. Then right. Light the torch. Then left. Past the lore stone. Then another right. So after this, what's our next step? Left, then 3 rights. Okay. So we'll take a left.
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
I'm not failing, I'm going the right way.
Focus.
Well, I thought I was.
You let her slip through your fingers. You don't recognize it. Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do. You know. She doesn't. Listen for his voice. Listen. Dig in.
I may have made a wrong turn in the lore stone room.
She can't.
The directions get a little confusing right there. No, I went the right way. I went the right way. I mean, yeah, Minecraft, you don't achieve anything, but it's just mindless fun that I sometimes enjoy playing.
Wants me to find it.
So after the tunnel, we go right, and then we hit a gate. It's just one of those games I enjoy playing every now and then for a little bit of mindless entertainment. Unfortunately, it's killing us in the trophy world because they just keep adding DLC trophies. Just like a never-ending rate, and it's horrible because it forces us to keep going back to it.
Dillion wants me to fix
Some of those DLCs are really easy, some of them not so much. Alright, so this will soon be the end of Chapter 6. That means only 4 more chapters to get through, though, and probably more like 3.5, really, because I don't think we'll have to finish Chapter 10.
I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief said so.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be
Long
normal.
cutscene that no one cares about.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
Come on, you know, again, we should be able to skip this, given I've already beaten the game once.
Come, child.
Shouldn't have to rewatch this crap.
Come. Senua.
We all saw it the first time. Or didn't care enough to watch it.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands.
And done. Chapter 6 done.
It's done. You did it.
I mean, they're the only reason for playing some games, but I had legitimately thought this was supposed to be a good game
There's still
that I might enjoy.
not going to be easy.
Clearly, I was wrong. So I was actually truly hoping this was going to be a good, fun game, but again, I was clearly wrong. And that's sort of why 2/3 of my streams are other stuff, you know? You know, non-trophy related
By the
games.
god of the Northmen, called Balder, the second son of Odin. He was
Because, I mean,
beautiful.
the majority of my streams are not trophy focused at all.
He was fair of feature.
Really, only the
fair
Wednesday
words.
streams usually
He
are.
gave fair judgments. Light shone from him.
The Friday and Saturday streams are usually other stuff that I just enjoy playing.
To die.
Fallout, I Am Alive, which was actually really fun to play through again. It seems like you guys enjoyed it. And it's a game that, like I said, I remember quite fondly. Alright, I think this chapter is actually really easy. This one's all sort of a simple puzzle. Alright, we activate the first thing. Well, I know not to play Heavenly Sword then, if this is anything like it.
What does it say? It's dangerous.
So this, you have this unique thing, sort of like those gates earlier, where you have to look for these weird mask things to change the world.
It's another word. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened?
I Am Alive is fun, actually. I like I Am Alive.
Let's cross it.
Because it's got sort of an Uncharted feel to it, but with more of a threat of, you know, dying from running out of supplies.
It begins with dark dreams. Night after night,
And it's a game I always, like I said, I always enjoyed it.
and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything.
Okay, so we only need one symbol to open this door,
Stove,
which I think is going to be around here
beast,
somewhere.
birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swearing oath. No, mercy.
He loves you.
Plus, I Am Alive is a pretty easy 100% overall, but it's also a fun game. I would have actually gotten the 100% on a new account on that playthrough that I did on a few days ago, finishing it. Except for the only thing I missed
The gate is open.
was the
Through it. It's dangerous.
what was the I missed one survivor.
Thank you. It's not safe.
which I easily would have gotten if I was looking at a guide for it.
Dillian, no.
It's the only survivor I can't remember their location, so...
Go through. Where is he?
The one where you have to repair the elevator. It's the only one I can't really remember off the top of my head, so I would have had to look at a guide for that one, but everything else.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white.
Okay, that one's done, so this symbol...
No.
Yeah, I Am Alive has a somewhat interesting environment
Dillian taught her to see further.
and all, and it's far better than this.
Colours stretching away from the
It's
gloom.
more entertaining to me than
Senua
this.
explored new
Plus, it's a lot shorter, so if you don't like it, you don't have to sit through it for as
really
long.
true that all things promise to keep him safe?
And that's always a positive.
Ask the mistletoe. Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young.
Okay, that opens that up for us.
Oh dear.
And I still love playing Fallout games on drunk streams because Fallout's my favorite franchise. Even after Fallout 76, it's still my favorite franchise.
He didn't know. He was kind.
Doing the challenge runs has been a lot of fun so far. With the exception of the large amount of game crashes that I've experienced so far. Especially in Fallout 3.
Everything gets broken in the end.
And I've noticed now, when I was looking back at the videos, they tend to mess the streams up a little bit with the audio. It's not as big a deal when I'm actually doing it live, but when I look back at them, it's bad.
Find the way.
So I need to be a little more careful about how that works in the future. Just stop the stream on my Elgato and then resume it.
The blind god.
So it's just like Heavenly Sword. Definitely not a game I want to play then.
Hoth says, I can't.
Oh, and QTEs. Well, that's always fun, isn't it, guys?
I have no weapon. Loki.
Everyone loves
Here
QTEs.
is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Hoth throws the mistletoe.
That's, of course, sarcasm, but
It pierces through him. The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Baldur.
it's also definitely a
His body
thing.
burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea. And sent
Sounds
the
like
giant
a Quantic Dreams
She comes
game.
riding a wolf.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend.
Okay, I think I remember the rest of this level off the top of my head already.
She saw things no one else could. Patterns.
So that was the fourth one on this level, yep.
An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love.
Are you talking Quantic Dreams games? Because if so, that's usually pretty accurate.
And she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel.
I did like Detroit, though. Detroit was actually pretty fun.
A future. Two realities. Tearing.
All the other games they made, I don't really care for, but I did like Detroit.
You owe everything to him.
Superman Whitetail Challenge versus Superman 64. I honestly don't know because I've never actually played Superman 64.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hell.
There's only one more
to let
symbol, and I know where it is
Baldur
already.
return. All the gods
And I've seen plenty of videos of Superman 64, but I've never actually played it.
We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing
Okay, there's a
refuses,
symbol around here
stays
somewhere.
with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur. Weep him out of hell. And everything wept.
I don't know exactly. It's probably in the normal version of the world, so I need to open up the gates first. Oh, I can't do that. Right, I gotta do this first.
Baldur was never my friend, she says.
Oh, wait, I gotta return all the way back here first.
The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Ah, there it is. Is it not gonna let me... Oh, I gotta get on the other side of it. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know if I'd say Whitetail Challenge is worse than Superman 64. I don't know Superman 64 enough. That's a pretty easy symbol.
You have no time for this. Speed up.
We have plenty of time for this.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you. And what if these trials mean nothing?
Wait, did I interact with that? Yeah, I did interact with that one, right? No, wait, I couldn't get to it yet. Still got to interact with it. Don't want to forget any of them, even though it shouldn't matter, but because I already interacted with all these, but just in case.
Do you remember what love feels like?
I don't trust this game after the way it treated me on the first playthrough.
The Northmen tell how the gods
That's
punished
everything from
them.
Chapter 7.
They captured him and took him to a cave.
Chapter 8 only
They
has
fetched his
like
2
2 or
sons
3 of
and
them.
turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother.
Sure, go ahead and tell me the story. I'm up for hearing it.
Used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face.
Then I'll know I never have to play it.
Venom would drip onto
Save me time.
Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony.
Yeah, Chapter 8 I think only has maybe 2 of the lore stones, and then Chapter 9 has none.
Perhaps that if even God,
Chapter 9 is really annoying, though.
then so must we.
Worlds.
Okay, that's that.
Time just by minute by minute. What does she think she's doing?
Hellblade doesn't have too much backtracking.
They mean nothing.
It has a little bit of it. It's not, like, unbearable by any means.
It could all be a waste of her time. The gods are just
Alright, we cross this plank, and that'll be the end of Chapter 7.
messing with her. It wouldn't be Dillian! First time.
Oh no, your lover that no one else actually cares about.
Dillian never much.
Maybe you will fall, and we won't have to ever deal with you again, Senua.
Druids, like her father, Zinbal.
You can do it.
And then maybe we won't ever have to worry. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to get a sequel to this, but I would hope we aren't.
And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms. Had to see the world through his eyes. Slowly.
This would have been a good game for my friend All the Shinies.
Began to
Or companion, I get. Not even companion necessarily, but just fellow trophy hunter that does 100% walkthroughs of games. He's doing Red Dead 2 right now, and a bunch of other stuff. This would have been a good game for him, though, because it's not that long, and it's just finished the 11 chapters while finding the collectibles. Barbarian warriors at war with an evil emperor, abominations by his side serves an evil god, and the tribe is guarding a heavenly sword. So, just classic good and evil.
Father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind.
And you can't use the sword unless you're worthy of it, okay.
What the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. So we fix them by taking away their sight. Would you give up the beautiful world? You, only you can see just the beauty.
And another cutscene, really, that no one cares about.
Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have?
I guess that's her lover. I really don't even know at this point.
Special in my eyes.
Or care, for that matter.
Just another part of the person I love.
She's not an interesting enough character for me to worry about anyone.
I live for the wilds to protect
And I almost cheer for her to fail so I don't have to deal with this anymore.
because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so where's our next one at?
What if
As we go into Chapter 8.
You're wrong. What if we're wrong? The sword will never be. What if this is the end?
It's that one, okay. Come pretty far, though. We went all the way from the start of Chapter 2 to the start of Chapter 8 so far. Well, like I said, some of these chapters are fairly short.
I saw once a
And then you go back in time to beat people up.
It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember it.
Sounds good.
Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older.
Check again, see
And
if
where
we're doing
dying mothers gave
Uncharted.
birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Oh, Step Mac is dead or pooping. That's a joke within the Discord for some of these guys.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
Guess we'll be working on the co-op tomorrow. That's fine. We can keep playing We can keep playing Hellblade.
It feels wrong. It feels strange.
That was weird. Like my voice cut off there.
Where are we? Yes.
Been doing that a little bit so far in the stream. I don't know if it's my capture card. I don't know if it's my mic. I don't know if it's my internet or what. It could also be my headphones because my headphones aren't in the best shape right now. Revived as a goddess and uses the blade to defeat the army. The last emperor says they like them and wants to marry them.
Don't worry. Not everyone can.
That sounds really stupid. That honestly sounds really stupid.
But the water. She could taste the rot. No one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister.
That definitely sounds kind of stupid.
She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough.
Okay, let's see where our next collectible
No one
is.
was laughing
When we hit this one, we'll be 3/4 of the way through the collectibles,
like
It's broken.
which is great.
Find it. Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trip.
Oh, okay, that's where it is. It's not too bad.
Before he
It's only a couple on this chapter.
to get in.
Yeah, that still sounds kind of silly for a story. Yeah, there sure are only 2 on this chapter.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I
So,
once saw
where's the
a death
next
moon
one?
appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died,
Through that
and then the
gate.
farmhands, and then
And
the
through
farmer
this
had
gate.
6 of his men drowned. That was not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living.
Then up the tower.
Death moon, then beware,
Repair the bridge.
because there will be death in that house.
Looks like we'll just almost get this one through natural progression. Oh god, I actually just remembered this chapter. That's always good. Watch a Let's Play instead of actually buying a game that might not be good. Saves money. Saves time, for sure.
She didn't. She fixed it. You passed the trial. Get to the house. You succeeded.
Yeah, always watching Let's Plays is fun because then you don't ever have to worry about paying money for a game that might not be interesting to you. I remember this chapter now. This one has another annoying fire sequence. That I'm not looking forward to doing. Chapter 9's even worse, even though it doesn't have any collectibles.
Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there?
There was a Northman called Grettir. Big,
Alright, so nothing on Chapter 9, and then when we get to Chapter 10,
afraid of the dark. It happened one night.
we'll be able to hopefully get the platinum. Which is awesome.
They're coming for me.
And then never have to touch this game again. This is some weird sequence where she's being chased by something. I think. I honestly don't know or really even care at this point. Because it's so uninteresting. Okay, we have to, like, get to these areas to find symbols again. That's the first one.
Where are you? Don't let it see you. Don't get lost. Don't let it see you. You'll start
And I think I remember going under a wall somewhere.
Don't let it look quick.
What should I do?
Where is the next one? Is it through it? There's one right there.
Find them. Where are you? You're lost. Where are they? This all looks the same.
Oh no, you weren't supposed to go through there. Yeah, I think we're being followed by some kind of fire.
Go towards it. Find it.
I'm honestly not 100% sure anymore. Nor do I really care that much about Senua's well-being. Ah, there it is.
Run. Your sword. You came through the wrong door. You've got them. You have them. Where's the door? Find a way out. Find the gate.
Alright, we're almost out.
Look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost.
I'll just keep running. Sprint, 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 and out. That's chapter 8. Yeah, this game, the whispering in this game, it just gets kind of stupid. There's no one... It doesn't make much sense half the time. It gets a little annoying.
Senua!
Senua.
Okay, we're actually done until chapter 10,
They're blaming me for the plague.
which is good.
They say that I'm cursed.
Oh no, they're blaming you for a plague. Oh no, I care so
How
much.
would they know such a thing? Are they gods?
Like, that matters so much to me.
They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't.
I know, I still need to check out that Vampire
Children scared of
Masquerade Bloodlines series. I think you've requested it before, or at least recommended it.
doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
I mean, the voice acting and the visuals in the game aren't necessarily bad. I mean, it's 2017. I'd say they're fine for 2017 and all.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Killing you would be too easy.
Alright, we got one more. It's arguably the most annoying of the 4.
Every time you remember, it disappears.
At least it was on the first run.
Yours anymore. They're gonna take everything you have. The memories of ghosts. They belong to the gods, not to you. They're eating
Bloodlines 2 in 2020. You might have mentioned that, actually.
yours. They want
And here is the end of Sigmund's.
Something from E3, maybe.
He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles.
I can see it over there. It's the last
No
one.
man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw.
How do I get over there? Do I have to run? I gotta go all the way around. Yeah, I guess I could see that it was definitely wasted a bit on this game, that it's not the best game in the world by any, or not a good game, I mean. Alright. Chapter 9.
Northmen say that their Allfather
This chapter is annoying.
gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the well of wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
No one cares about your character stories. We just want to finish the game.
I can't see.
Oh yeah, speaking of E3 stuff real quick, no news on Pikmin. Which is really sad. Like, Nintendo did really well at the conference. They showed off some cool stuff, and they have a lot of great games coming. But no Pikmin.
Stay still.
I'm so sad.
Empty your thoughts.
Because Pikmin's awesome. Like, Pikmin's an all-time favorite.
The breeze.
Definitely a game I'd like to, or a series I'd like to stream in the future.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I could beat Pikmin 1 probably in a single stream if I really wanted to, because it's not that long of a game.
I'm still here.
I mean, I'm out of practice, though, so maybe not in a single stream, but hopefully close.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath.
I've beaten Pikmin 2's story, but I've never 100%ed it, including, like, the final area stuff.
Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can yell at Steve! Or in Proton John's case, Esteban. Because they had Proton John playing on the Runaway Guys, how they always make Chugga play games he's never played before. So he had Proton John play Pikmin, and he had, like, the worst run of it ever. Or just the most, like, unlucky run of it with gameplay stuff. Like, just glitches and the game being as jerkish as possible. And it was absolutely hilarious. I think he took like 4 days to beat the final boss.
Use all.
And I think he was on the Wii version too, which is the easier version.
What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
Oh, you hear water. Well, let's just look at the glowing ground area. Like, this level's just stupid, honestly. This level's very clearly padding. It has, like, nothing important.
That's your way out.
And it's just annoying.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Pikmin 2 is fun as well, but I've never 100%ed it because it's a pretty long game to 100%.
It's not your fault.
I've beaten the 10,000 Poco aspect of it, but not the whole
They
game.
won't let me go.
Senua,
And then Pikmin 3 I've 100%ed a few times.
he taught me the
Though I haven't done like all the mission mode or challenge mode or whatever it's called. The bonus stuff. I haven't ever finished that. Same with Pikmin 2. I haven't done all that in that either.
This is just.
See, I was really hoping we'd get more news on the new Pikmin game, but still no announcement for like a few years.
You don't have to help me.
I mean, Miyamoto mentioned it in maybe 2017.
Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day.
I mean, at the very least, a remaster or something, or like a remaster of Sunshine.
Oh, don't worry.
That was my first Mario game I ever owned. Would love to see it come back.
I know what you're thinking.
But we did get stuff on like a new Luigi's Mansion, plus we're getting Luigi's Mansion 1 remaster, though I think that might be for the 3DS.
Seems there's no escaping the past in this place.
We're getting more stuff for Smash.
Just to relive it.
We're getting that Astral Chain game that looks interesting, Link's Awakening remastered. Mario Maker 2 is going to be awesome.
I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way.
There's gonna be like a new Nintendogs type game. I think I heard about that. I don't know how true that is though. We're getting
I don't know what's inside.
Don't be
Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm so gonna play that blind on stream because I'm clueless when it comes to Pokemon. So you guys can spend entire streams laughing at me and how bad I am at Pokemon. Because Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee is considered to be one of the easiest, and I'm still terrible at it because I didn't really grow up that much on Pokemon. So I don't really know how certain aspects of it function, because I know that's technically a remake of Yellow. Persona 5. Oh, there's going to be a new Persona. Okay, I've never really played any of the Personas.
It's not following.
Leave it behind.
Now comes a really stupid new aspect of the game. Dodging enemies that we can't fight. Not only is it here, but it's also very prevalent in Chapter 10. Though hopefully we'll be able to get through most, we should be able to get our remaining collectibles in Chapter 10 without having to bother too much with this. And what even are these things? Seriously, like, this whole thing, it just makes no sense, honestly. It makes absolutely no sense. Are they the manifestations of her mental illness or something? Because I'm sure there's better ways this could have been done that don't require weird Spider-Men type creatures to walk through. Stand by the light and we're safe. Let him go past. Yeah, this just makes no sense whatsoever. I don't get it. I don't know if the developers get it. I don't know if anyone gets it at this point. Oh, it's similar to Amnesia? Okay. Oh, one of them just ate me. Oh, it literally did eat me. I didn't get caught by one of these guys last time. I didn't know that happened. And the rot grows, which means we are closer to permadeath, supposedly. Except that we aren't, because apparently that whole thing was a lie.
Leave it behind. Keep moving forwards.
This area is just annoying, because, I mean, you can't fight, and it's kind of luck-based as to whether or not they catch you. Because, like, you can walk right behind him and not get caught. You can walk way away from him and get caught. Again, what the hell are these things?
There's more. I think they're moving.
Oh, yep, he would have killed me if I had walked further, but thankfully I was still in the light.
Listen to the sound of your breath. In and out. In and out.
Okay, get to this one. Is it just one guy walking through? Yeah. This one's only got one guy.
You can do this, Senua.
And this is an even bigger factor in Chapter 10, where we're going next to finish off the game. Oh, come on. How was I supposed to see him there? It's too dark. A blind lady and you interact with ghosts. That sounds familiar. Do you happen to know what it's called, Invisible? That actually sounds familiar. That concept sounds familiar. The environment's so dark you can't even tell where anything is. It's not how you make a game. Just annoying. I think I see one right there that's going to try to walk through on me. We'll give it a second. We'll just wait. I shouldn't have had to do this whole section again. The developers decided not to count one of my collectibles. So I guess I deserve to suffer more because of their own incompetence. Okay, no. He was going the other direction, game. He was literally walking the opposite direction. I had no trouble with this on my first playthrough. It's odd because, like, I had no trouble with this on my first playthrough, but I was dying quite a bit in the combat because I didn't understand the combat. And I haven't died once in combat so far. But now I've died like 3 times on this because it's horribly designed. I mean, this is just terrible. Who over there at whoever made this game, Ninja Theory, signed off on this? This is just garbage. Calling for the Wii made a game about mobile phones and ghosts. Okay. It's interesting. Because I think I do remember something for like a game where you were blind or something. I think I heard of something like that. What Ratalaika games do I hate? I really have not played all of them. Okay, this is where I've died before. Let's just see the pattern before we go. See exactly what he's going to do. See how quick... Okay, so he turns around super quick. Okay. That's why I kept dying. And then there's another one over there. Oh, he turns around too. Stand absolutely still. He won't see us. There we go. Got through that one. Oh, Fatal Frame 2. I've heard of that one as being terrifying. And then for Ratalaika, the only Ratalaika game that I've played that I absolutely despised beyond all imagination would have been Inksplosion. That game was awful. Most of the others are at least tolerable. But now, Inksplosion, that was a terrible experience.
The darkness is
Square Boy vs. Bullies was also pretty bad. Oh, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, I just thought of something since it's quiet in the game at the moment. Oh, there's a thing here to climb over. Okay, I didn't see that. But my PS4 is no longer jet fanning. I cleaned it out like a couple weeks ago. Like more than I had previously. I got all the way down into the heat sink. And really got the heat sink and the fan cleared out.
Turn back. You're getting close.
And it's not really jet fanning anymore. It's completely tolerable now. I'm happy about that.
Help me.
Yeah, Fatal Frame is definitely one of the most famous of the survival horror. Be careful here. I don't want to get caught. This late. Well, I mean, I have a checkpoint, but they won't see me. Yeah, Fatal Frame's a classic. It helped do a lot for that genre. And then, you know, Clock Tower. Clock Tower doesn't really get the credit or recognition or treatment it deserves. Because Clock Tower was actually a pretty good, the first two games were really good, and they were good survival horror. They were different because they were like Alien Isolation in that, you were running away from a stalker the whole time. And you had no real means of fighting back. It was very different from the others, and that made it fun. Even though they were point and click, at least the first two were. I don't know about the third one, and then the fourth one was like third-person, action-based, and kind of stupid.
She could spend hours.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem. It deserves more credit than it gets. This technically isn't the end of the game. We still have... Chapter 10 is kind of long. But we only are going for the remaining collectibles that glitched out on me.
You were... gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power.
Because it's 11 chapters, and we're coming up on chapter 10.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back.
My battery's low by now because it's been sitting on that for a while.
A little hope.
Yeah, Clock Tower deserves more credit than it gets. It deserves something better than Nightcry. As like a new generation version of it. But that did come out on Vita, and I kind of want to play the Vita version.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
Alright, I now have to walk all the way around.
And the sword will lead me to him.
So I am going to be curious, though, when it comes to Chapter 10. Am I going to have to recollect all 6, or just one of the first 2 or 3?
Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the...
That I know, I'm pretty sure it was one of the first 2 or 3 that glitched out.
Sigmund's sword.
And I really don't want to do this whole level again, because this next level is painful. I mean, I won't have to do the boss fight again, and the boss fight's kind of tougher, but the actual level itself is horrible. I know, I'm glad I'm done with that crap.
Past the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind.
Pull the sword.
In Dillion's clan.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
He left it here. He wants me to take it.
Oh, that's what we're doing? I legitimately didn't realize if that's actually what we're doing.
But years later, with Zinbal's parting words still holding...
I mean, I really don't know or concern myself enough because this game is so uninteresting.
The plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault.
Yes, she has caused lots of suffering. To me, the player.
You have blood!
Of course she doesn't realize that. She's caused suffering to the players, not to anyone else. Is this next area? Oh boy.
For you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
I remember this one.
Hold it. Hold the heavy strike. Hold it.
Chapter 10 is annoying.
Must remember. She can hold.
Here, it starts out with a very long combat sequence.
Focus is coming back.
So basically the new sword does something to these like shadowy enemies.
He's gone.
I guess it allows you to kill them. But only if you deflect attacks. It's weird. I don't really think they thought this out very well.
There's nowhere to run to.
In a sea of corpses.
I don't know why they create the weapon. I guess it would be so that they could kill each other
The ship broke up under them. The ship that
more than anything.
land of shining fields. Their memorials.
Because then they could kill each other at least with the
Come not here in the
weapons.
sun. Come not with a sword.
But yeah, I guess they don't anticipate a mere mortal to be able to do it.
With disturbed mind.
I guess that's probably the reason. I don't know.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift...
Oh crap, that wasn't good. That wasn't a proper block.
This sea of corpses. Do you feel the
There we
blood
go.
running cold?
Yeah, you have to get these deflection attacks to really be able to do anything on this.
Do you smell their putrid wounds?
Or to do it faster.
They were once brothers, sisters, and
Okay, we got a shielded dude and another dude.
you have done to them.
Kill this one first.
All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of
Ah.
facing it.
I hate these shielded guys. They're
Turned your
really
back on the
annoying.
Father Zimbo. You turned your back on your gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must
And that
they
one's gone.
your heresy?
Oh great, an executioner type guy. It looks like he came straight out of Resident Evil. He's better off just dodging. Oh, wow, okay. I actually blocked his attack. That's surprising.
You're stronger than him.
I guess for power, like anything else. Power is always a good reason, or an excuse. In games, at least. Or feuding with one another, you never know. I mean, there were certain Greek gods that hated each other in all the mythology. So I don't really know. You never really know with games anymore.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
So the first half of this level is just an absurdly long combat sequence, like 20 minutes of combat.
Where are you?
Of this crappy Hellblade combat.
Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galina?
I don't really know what their codes would be. I mean, I would just think they'd be killing each other out of feuds because even in like Greek mythology, the gods I don't think were particularly happy with one another at any time. I used to know a lot of the Greek mythology because I always found it interesting.
Against the darkness when it came forth. She too had a sight. She too doubted.
I mean, I read like the whole,
Was in first time.
the original Percy Jackson series. Like the 5 main books in the series before the Heroes of Olympus spin-offs.
If only you had done the same.
Yeah, I guess that's true. If they were divines, they wouldn't have any reason for hatred or envy.
It's not too late. He's calling.
But I don't know. It's just a dumb game. Oh crap! Oh, that actually did some damage. Be careful here, Senua.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Use the focus mode there. I still don't understand how the focus mode even works. It seems that it just slows time down and increases your damage greatly, allowing you to kill stuff a little more easily. But that's the best I can tell out of it. I'm honestly not 100% sure, because the game never really specifies what it is, or how it even really works.
The only way. Focus.
Just kind of a feature.
Focus now. Focus.
Come on, dodge him. Alright, we killed that one.
Focus now.
Or we made him into a ghosty form.
End it now. This is nearly the end.
'Cause I think this new sword allows you to, like, kill the ghosty form ones. I think that's how it works. I honestly don't know.
She's injured. She will make it.
Or even care enough to question it. So I just want to be done with this game. And once we get through this combat, we could be pretty close to being done. Focus! Focus! She's weak now! Focus! This combat, though, is just so stupid and uninteresting. I guess it's telling me to use my focus thing a little bit more, but the game still, again, doesn't really explain much about it. I mean, I still don't fully understand it either. Are they all dead? Yep. Oh, nope, there's more. They all use the same animations and the same deaths and everything. It's funny. There's nothing unique about any of them. Some of them have slightly different attack patterns. Like some of them have those heavier attacks and stuff, but that's about it. Some of them have a little more health than others. A couple of them have shields. Like this one here. Come at me, bro. Oh, crap, I should have dodged the second one. Okay, no, I did dodge that one, I thought. Uh-oh, another one. Oh, crap, I didn't know they could actually... Okay, I've never seen one of them throw at me. I didn't know they could do that. Not this type of enemy. Okay, so that's actually something you learned. Well, at least something came out of this, I suppose. I mean, I could have lived my life without knowing that, but I guess cool. Okay, we definitely don't want to get hit by him, big guy.
Even if his soul could be rescued.
Because I know that his charge does a lot of damage.
For what you have done to
Might actually be an insta-kill.
friends, to his father.
Okay, are they all dead? Yep, that fight's done. I think there's more, though. I think there's another fight. Yeah, it actually does sort of seem Matrix-y. I watched the first Matrix movie in full, like start to finish, without any sort of breaks for the first time, like a few months ago.
The darkness has taken you. Galena.
I've seen it before, but only in bits and pieces.
You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses.
Alright, keep running, Senua. We're almost at the end of the combat section of Chapter 10, or the main combat section. Then we get the really annoying evasion section that no one asked for.
I can't fight it anymore.
And weird statue thing.
Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, She gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother. To go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
They can trigger seizures? Really? Well, I hope I don't have anyone watching that gets them easily.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
No one cares, Senua. Been going for 3 hours and we're almost
And I've
done.
lost my father. I can't lose you.
I'm finishing this game tonight,
There's blood on my hands.
so I never have to touch it
I
again.
didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Someone was right.
Do you mean everyone that plays this game? Because that sounds about right.
He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us?
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, all the lights and stuff.
Please.
Well, regardless, it's almost over, so I think it's okay. There's no real combat in this chapter anyway. In the rest of the chapter, I mean, after that first part.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help.
Can we please just move on now? We're getting close to the end. Yeah, she like... You're right, actually. Looking at that, she does kind of always have the same facial expression. It's kind of funny. And also damaging. Alright, chapter 10. Chapter 10 in the non-hellscape area thing. And, you know, they could have at least, like, added other items and, like, sword upgrades or health upgrades and stuff into the game, like, that you could find even just a few of them. Because there's a couple of alternate paths that don't have lore stones on them. Or secret areas that don't have lore stones. And that would have been such an easy extra thing to add in. That would have added just a little more depth to the game.
Have you been? Here she is.
But it's not there.
We're here to help you. You don't have to do this on your own anymore. You. We were way in.
Into the mountain.
Can you see it?
Shall we tell her where to go?
It's not far. Go on.
Are we going... I was about to say, are we going into that tunnel thing? No.
Shall we tell her where to go? Shall we? Does she know?
Probably right up here.
Does she know her way into the mountain? She's a good girl. Oh, isn't she? Look. So clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she's
Spider-Man 2,
Are you glad we're back? She's so...
that's funny.
Go on. Go up. Go up.
There's a door.
Is that a game or a movie? Because I'm pretty sure there's a game and movie with Spider-Man 2 as a name. Remember there's that scene from a Spider-Man game where it's like if you miss a QTE, he just face plants and an explosion goes off and kills everyone. Okay, the film, okay. Okay, is this it?
Tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of
Nope.
Odin, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain.
So that's one of the 6 on this
Rain
chapter.
does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own
See what the
end.
next
You see,
couple are. I think I know which one didn't
treasure given
count.
to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know which one didn't count, so we're gonna sort of rush through this next little segment.
What's in there?
A great beast, God.
Yep, that's the scene. That's the exact scene.
Name. And it knows you are here, Senua. It can
The famous one. I'm going to die! Help me!
How would you say Dillion if you are too much of a...
Miss QTE. Faceplant. Explosion.
Then do it.
That's just great when you have something more humorous like that.
The beast is stalking you.
So this whole level is so stupid. She's stalked from the shadows the whole time by something. And it kills her if you stay in the dark for too long. And it makes the level really annoying. We just need to get to the symbol door and then hit the 2 symbols in this area and we'll be done.
No. It's a trick.
I'll show it off what happens once I get the last collectibles.
So loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away.
I guess that's her mother that's now a ghost for some reason.
But he's gone now.
They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
And they want me with them.
stop.
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't
Do you
listen to them.
see them?
Super Destronaut DX is definitely better than Explosion.
He's coming.
It's a much easier platinum, but it's a noticeably better game.
Oh, get me out of here. Don't go.
Where has she gone? She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here.
They're all the runes that she, I guess, visualizes in this world.
Escape it.
I don't even know.
She can't remember when it started. Or when her mother
Okay, we got that.
Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could
So it's another one of these rune sections.
This is what happens if you reach for the underworld.
Actually, no, we don't need to. We may not even need to go up there.
It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold
Okay, let's head on down.
of fear.
Let's grab the 2 lore stones here and hope to God that one of those 2 is the one that glitched. And then I can be done with this stupid game. And that would make this the first platinum I've ever gotten on stream. That'll be kind of cool. It'll be a true road to a platinum trophy video because it will have been a 3.5 hour long stream of earning the platinum. That's gonna be kind of cool, actually.
Run. Get through it.
Run away, Senua. Run through the light. Run away to the light. I care so much about your well-being. Get to the light. Get to the light. Oh no, get to the light.
You have to rest here.
Keep running for more light. And symbols. It's so evil. It's so terrible.
She has to go towards it.
More light. Grab torch.
She has to take it. It'll keep you safe.
Actually, I will go ahead and do this just in case it's a symbol later in the level, and I'll go ahead and activate all these just in case. Yeah, darkness can be fun, but just not in this game because it's not a good enough game.
The light will guide you.
Alright, so there's one lore stone over here. I don't think this is the one that glitched, but maybe it was.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's curse.
It was not.
And he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon.
Alright, we'll go ahead and run through here and go ahead and get the symbol just in case.
Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin.
Just in case I have to
Odin
play
broke the
more.
sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has
Apparently that's a symbol.
and so Rain reforges the famous sword.
Well, we got it.
Uses the sword first to avenge his father, and
And there's light down here.
go in search of
Oh, I'd play Mercenaries 2 all day over this. Mercenaries 2 may be buggy as all hell, but it's a fun game.
Save Dillian. This is just
It's one of my all-time favorites. No doubt.
just to distract her from her real mission.
Okay, I'm thinking that this is the one that maybe didn't count. Please tell me this is the one that didn't count so I don't have to do the rest of this level. I think it is. It looks like the right symbol. Platinum trophy today. There it is. Stories from the North.
with a sleep thorn and put her body within
Done. That's a very fitting platinum trophy
a
name.
man who knew
Because screw this game. Screw this game.
me. Sigurd is fearless and passes through
Thank God this is over. Now, I just want to show you guys, if I can
warrior girl.
show it off,
She
the
teaches
stupidity of this whole segment of, like, if you get caught by the thing.
runes for persuasion, runes for truth,
But hey, guys, platinum trophy number 379.
runes for perception and power.
And I never have to play this game again,
Greatest
thankfully.
young warrior of the North, you must learn this.
Actually, I'll just run back down into the water so we can see what happens.
Gods in hell.
And then we'll end this off. Because the rest of the game, she fights another, like, beast thing that's a really annoying fight because of the way it's set up. And it constantly flashes with these stupid, like, red screens. Like, faces and stuff of just, I guess, in her mind. And it's the most annoying thing ever. And then you have the final level, which has a really long fight, and then a final pointless boss fight where you can't even kill the final boss. I'm not even kidding. That's actually how it's set up. So yeah, let's see what happens. Oh no, I'm stuck in the water. Whatever will I do? What's going to eat me today? Nothing, just her mind. It's literally just her mind. It's not even like a beast, it's just her mind killing her. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on the game. That sums it up well enough. The Platinum Trophy name sums this up well enough. Done. But for those who are interested in earning this Platinum Trophy, you will earn these first, all those trophies through this one, through beating the game. It's 11 chapters long. It takes about 6 to 7 hours to beat the game. And then the only missable trophy is the lore stones because there's no chapter select for some reason. So, my first ever Platinum Trophy earned on a stream. That was actually really fun. Level 66, 46%, 16,501 total trophies, 379 platinums, 2,127 golds, 4,203 silvers, 9,792 bronzes, a couple seizures from the imagery and the flashing lights, and another platinum trophy. So, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. That was, it was fun having you guys to interact with to make this game more bearable. So thanks for being here for me and watching along with me. As for streams the rest of the week, I don't know what's going to happen. It depends on the Uncharted 2 boosting schedule. So yeah, it's like, I don't really know exactly how that's going to work. I think we are boosting Friday and Saturday. So if we are, then any streams this weekend will be during the day. If not, if we end up not boosting one of those days, then we'll have typical drunk stream Friday or Saturday. Yeah, buddy, that's gonna be it for tonight. That's what I wanted to get done tonight. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Possibly see you guys this weekend. If not, we should be done with the Uncharted boost midway through next week. So hopefully things will return to normal, unless we immediately jump into Uncharted 3. Which, I don't know if we'll immediately jump into it, because people will have to get copies of the game and stuff again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you coming in the future. It's coming up in the future.